Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it is for Sunday, 26th day of July and the 5th day of Av. One of the things that we won't be allowed to do on the day of Tisha B'Av, remember it's this Wednesday night and Thursday, is we won't be allowed to learn regular parts of Torah. Torah brings great joy to all of us when we learn our Torah, and that joy is something that we resist on the day of Tisha B'Av, and so we won't be learning Torah. But Torah learning, of course, is what sustains us, and we always want to be doing it. So there are parts of Torah that you can learn because they basically fit in very beautifully with the theme of Tisha B'Av. And so these are clearly allowed to be studied on Tisha B'Av. And to those of you who want to learn Torah on Tisha B'Av, and you should, these are the recommended things to learn on Tisha B'Av. I have a book that I'm using here by Reb Shimon Eider. Beautifully, easily illustrates all the laws of Tisha B'Av, and he makes a beautiful list. And I think I'll show it to you. You may even want to freeze frame me in the middle and I don't know, use this for your own reference. Here are the things that are considered okay to learn on Tisha B'Av. I'll quickly go through them with you. Iyov and all of its mefarshim. The whole story of Iyov, and it's a piece of Tanakh, it's a sad story, and it would be appropriate to learn it and all of its mefarshim on the day of Tisha B'Av. There are parts of Yirmiyah that, of course, were foretelling what was going to happen with the destruction of the Beis Hamikdash, and it's certainly okay to learn that. And any part of Yirmiyah which is discussing what's coming in the destruction to the temple that happened on Tisha B'Av, you can study that on Tisha B'Av. Of course, you can learn Eicha, all right? Eicha and all of its mefarshim, and the Kinus and all of their mefarshim. There's a Gemara in the third parak in Moed Katan, parak Elu Megalchin, and that is the laws of mourning, etc. And you're certainly welcome to learn that if you want to on Tisha B'Av. Feel free to take a screenshot of this and save this if you don't have your hands on this great book from Reb Shimon Eider. And these are a great list of things that you can learn on Tisha B'Av. Probably most famous is this, the Gemara in Gittin, starting on Daf Nun Vav Amud Beis with the Kamsa Bar Kamsa story. That is often learned by many people on the day of Tisha B'Av. It tells a lot of the story of the destruction. Not as well known, the Gemara in Sanhedrin on Kuf Daled also tells the stories of the destruction, and you can read that. You can read anything in Josephus that discusses the Churban. There's a great book out. There are many great books. I shouldn't do commercials, but one that I like, it's called The Story of Tisha B'Av, and it has many of the stories of the Churban. You can learn that. The Talmud Yerushalmi, that's maybe a little harder for a lot of people, but that's at the end of Tainus, and you can learn that on Tisha B'Av. The halachas of Tisha B'Av in the Shulchan Aruch, of course. The halachas of mourning in the Shulchan Aruch, of course. And if you're going to be laning, you could, of course, prepare the laning for Tisha B'Av morning or Tisha B'Av afternoon. You can learn all of that, of course, on Tisha B'Av also. I know that a lot of you who are listeners to this know these general halachas, but I wasn't sure if you had this whole list and were well aware of it. So again, take a screenshot of it if you want and learn from these things. And I'll just end by telling you that, of course, it's the year 2020, and there are so many things available to those of you who want to go on the internet. There are beautiful presentations by many, many organizations. I'm not going to do commercials here because there are so many of them. I guess it's fair for me to give a commercial to everything that's on the OU website, because this is run by NCSY, which is a child of the Orthodox Union, supported by the Orthodox Union and all of its income. So by all means, go there and to all the other good sites that are on the internet, and you can watch appropriate films, appropriate shiurim, etc. And you should have your mind focused all day long on the Churban and what we could do to dig ourselves out from our present state. And you have no excuses because it's available to you in so many formats. You should be able to spend your entire day in your air conditioning at home and still be beautifully focused, as we should be, on the day of Tisha B'Av, on the Churban of our Beis Hamikdash. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.